actually involves our top search terms of 2025. So taking a look at this and understanding what all of you were looking at on Google, let's go through the top 5 because Google's annual trends report is sharing this information with us. Zohran Mamdani is actually one of the top trends. He tops Google's list of most searched people for this year. He's the mayor-elect of New York City, and he was a state lawmaker unknown to most New York City residents when he announced his run for mayor in October of last year. That was before he crashed the national political scene with a stunning upset over former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo in June's Democratic primary. Then in November, Mamdani completed his political ascension. He actually vanquished Cuomo as well as Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa in the general election. He's 34 years old, a Democratic socialist, and also a former foreclosure prevention counselor and a one-time rapper. Mamdani becomes New York City's first Muslim mayor, born in Africa, and first South Asian heritage, not to mention its youngest mayor in more than a century. So that was the top search term that Google had. Going through this list, though, another top search term was Tyler Robinson. In case you're unfamiliar, he's actually the man charged with shooting and killing Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk at a college speaking event in Utah. Robinson is 22 years old, and he's charged with aggravated murder, 2 counts of obstruction of justice for hiding the rifle he used in the shooting and discarding his clothing, 2 counts of witness tampering for instructing a roommate to delete text and stay silent, and 1 count of committing a violent offense in front of children. Prosecutors have said they're going to seek the death penalty in this case. Robinson's currently being held in jail without bail. And Robinson's mother actually told investigators she watched her son change dramatically in the year leading up to the shooting. He was once a college scholarship recipient with a promising future. Then Robinson had become more political, his mother says. She says he began to support left-leaning, pro-gay and trans rights, becoming more outspoken of these issues that were close to him. But his mother says, according to court documents, she was able to watch this transformation. And she also recounted heated arguments between Robinson and his father, who held sharply different views from one another. They regularly sparred over their competing ideologies. At one point, Robinson's mother told police her son dismissed Utah Valley University's event as a stupid venue and claimed Kirk spreads too much hate. So we'll keep you updated on that story as it progresses into 2026. But another story that made a lot of headlines and a lot of people were searching for is involving musician David, spelled D4VD. His real name is David Anthony Burke, and he was among the top people searches on Google this year after the body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in a car belonging to him. He's also the #1 music search trend on Google this year. Multiple reports have said he's a suspect in her death. He's known for his songs Here With Me and Romantic Homicide, with billions of streams on Spotify. He released his second studio album, Withered, earlier this year, and he was in the middle of his Withered World Tour when her body was found. Erica Kirk is another top search term on Google. She's the widow of Charlie Kirk, the conservative activist and Turning Point USA founder who was assassinated there in September, speaking at an event at that Utah university. So we just spoke about Tyler Robinson, who is accused of killing Charlie Kirk, and now you're getting a look at Charlie Kirk's widow. She took over Turning Point USA as CEO after her husband's death, and she's been an outspoken force in conservative values in the wake of her husband's death. She's also a close ally of Vice President J.D. Vance and has recently endorsed him for president in 2028. Pope Leo actually is another big search term as we take a look at Cardinal Robert Prevost, chosen to lead the Catholic Church in May after the death of Pope Francis. And he was, or actually is, an American pontiff, and this has been a big deal on a lot of different fronts, but he's the first ever American pope selected by the conclave. He's a Chicago native, born in 1955, and after joining the Order of St. Augustine in 1977 and making his solemn vows in 1981, he earned degrees in mathematics, divinity, and canon law, including a doctorate from the Pontifical College of St. Thomas Aquinas in Rome. Prevost was ordained in 1982 and began his pastoral and academic service in Peru in 1983. 1885. He served there in roles such as chancellor, seminary rector, canon law professor, and judicial vicar. In 1999, Prevost was elected provincial prior of the Augustinians in Chicago, and just a few years later, he became prior general of the Worldwide Order, serving 2 terms until 2013. He then returned to Peru at Pope Francis's request to serve as apostolic administrator and later bishop of the Diocese of Chicago. As we look at this, in January of 2023, Pope Francis appointed him Prevost prefect of the dicastery for bishops. This is a powerful Vatican role responsible for episcopal appointments worldwide. So the Pope Leo at the time was actually getting to choose future Catholic leaders. He was made a cardinal in September of the same year, and then later, of course, became our latest pope. So definitely a 5th top search term for the year. In case you're unfamiliar, he rounds out our list.